And honestly, thank you for being here at Kruse Control tonight. Happy Friday. We have a lot to talk about because it is a Friday. And it's been a long week. We haven't been here. And through the whole week, a lot of shit's going down. A lot of shit's going down. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday, Wednesday, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any day in between. There's always a lot of breaking news. It is probably jarring.
I'm not used to it anymore.
Anyways, the very first thing I want to talk about is Ratched, because Ratched has been canceled. Well, it's not coming back for a season 2. Now, they had signed up initially to do 2 seasons back to back. Sarah Paulson was involved. It was going to happen. It was going down. But after 4 years, it's been 4 years, Sarah Paulson was actually walking around and someone interviewed her and said, hey, when's Ratched season 2 coming? And she said, no, it's not happening. No, unfortunately, it's not. So even though they had a 2-year deal that has been thrown off the table, it's done. It's not happening, unfortunately. If you were a fan of the first season, you're not getting any more. And she's doing a lot of stuff. So I get it. She's got other things happening with Ryan Murphy, other things boiling in the pot. So she'll be busy for a long time. But she says it's not happening. And of course, the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest prequel series is not moving forward anymore, unfortunately. But something that is moving forward, and of course it is Percy Jackson, because this is one of those things that have swept the internet. It's crazy what happened with this. I mean, when this debuted on Disney Plus, the trailer, first of all, blew up all the freaking wavelengths in the whole universe. It was crazy. The YouTube verse. And now, like, the show came out, and it was like 26.2 million views over the first 3 weeks. It's insane. It's huge numbers for Disney Plus. And honestly, I saw the trailer, and I'm like, okay. All right. Can we talk about something else? But no, apparently people love this so much. It's done great. They're basing it off the second book now. So that's what's going to happen for the second series, or the second season, I should say. And Disney Plus is moving forward. And they announced this. Bob Iger had a whole quarters meeting during the quarter 1 2024 earnings call. He said, hey, we are going to do more Percy Jackson because it's done so well for us. And it makes sense to me. Like, why would they not do any more? But the next one will be based off Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. And I want to see what happens. I should probably check this out because it's done so well. I mean, I didn't have any urge to see it, but maybe I should see it because it's done so great. Something else that's done great, though, too, is Limitless with Chris Hemsworth. And Chris Hemsworth coming back for a second season of this. Now, if you didn't see this yet, this is on Apple TV Plus. And the whole thing was, it's like Chris Hemsworth is like going through and he's trying to find out, like, it's kind of like a experience in his life again. So he's trying to discover how to, unlock his body's anti-aging power, to manage stress so it doesn't kill him. He's also trying to expose extreme temperatures can trigger our body's own defenses against killer diseases of old age. And the whole time he's going through different locations and having a great time. Ice bath challenges, stuff like that. The second season is going to move forward. He's going to be going to Italy, Nepal, Australia, and United Kingdom in 4 more challenges for a total of 5 episodes for the second season. But yeah, moving forward. Percy Jackson was underwhelming. The movies were underwhelming. You're right, Queen. But the show apparently is great. I don't know. People are raving about it. And Chris Hemsworth is excited to do more Limitless. So hopefully it's good. I have not seen it. But, I honestly haven't seen that. But something I do want to see that, unfortunately, everybody, I have to say this, we're probably never going to see is Coyote vs. Acme. Now, we talked about this a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about this for a long time ago about how Warner Brothers wanted to shelve this, take it as a tax write-off, and then they were going back and forth. Netflix was a big person trying to buy it, and they wanted to buy the rights to it. Amazon, Paramount went after it. But now at the end of the day, Zaslav and Warner Brothers were like, they want $75 million. They didn't want to bargain. $75 million, that's it. And no one wanted to pay them $75 million. So they pulled the movie, and they said, we're not going to sell anybody. And an insider is saying, well, they're going to actually come forward to say that they couldn't sell it. And now they're just going to delete it, shelf it, and you're never going to see it again. So that tax write-off is happening. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Yeah, it's going to happen, apparently. So unfortunately.
Like how you turned that into a Weezer song.
I know. That's what I think about when I hear that.
But it was definitely not a Weezer reference, just to be clear.
I know, but say it ain't so.
But that was an impression, so take a fucking drink.
But I feel bad because it sounded like a great movie. John Cena, Will Forte, it just seemed like they had a good dynamic, and the premise and everything. It looks like it'll be good, but unfortunately, it's not moving forward, and it's probably going to be shelved very soon. And it sucks. But another animated series that is moving forward is Knuckles. Now, Knuckles came out with the trailer recently, and if you didn't know what this is happening, this is already all done and shot. It's coming out April 26th. 6 episodes. They're calling it an event series. It takes place between Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, and it's about Knuckles in the world trying to figure out who he is, pretty much. It's like a coming-of-age story for Knuckles. And Ben Schwartz actually makes an appearance as Sonic the Hedgehog in here. We got people from the movies are actually crossing into this. Of course, it is an event series, so it's going to only 6 episodes and we're done. That's it. and it'll tie into the next movie. So they're probably able to negotiate that with people's contracts to make this work out. But I'm really excited to see this because the trailer came out. Idris Elba fucking killing as Knuckles. I love him as this character. He's trying to train Wade, this character named Wade, and to be his protege and make him just like him from his old ways of his life back before he came to the real world. To me, it sounds cool. The trailer looked pretty good. I mean, it looked pretty good. I'm interested to see how it goes. And again, big star power around here. So we talk about robotics coming back, Jim Carrey too. And honestly, maybe he'll make cameo in this too. Maybe he will. I don't know. We'll find out. But you know what? All this stuff won't happen if we have another strike next summer, because IATSE right now is saying that they are preparing to get a strike authorization before they even go to negotiations. Because right now they are fed up and they just said there's no extensions happening for them. We will not do this. When it runs up and the contract runs up on July 31st, if there is no deal that sets them aside and makes them happy and excited about going back to work, then this is done. They will strike and they will authorization done before that date. They want to have it right away. They're starting negotiations next month. It's like, it's already going to go down. It's like, I mean, how are we already talking about another strike? We just got out of that strike. And now another strike might shut everything down. It's fucking nuts to me. Jonathan Majors here is huge.
Sorry, not casting Jonathan Majors was a huge oversight for the casting crew.
All right, Zach. All right, we'll talk about some Jonathan Majors, some JM later.
He always makes me laugh.
Yeah, JM later. But the contract ends July 31st, and right now they're going to go start talking to the AMPTP, try to figure out if they get a deal. And honestly, it's like next month it's going down. So another strike might shut Hollywood again, shut right down, but hopefully it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. But then again, everyone needs to be paid properly and taken care of. At the end of the day, AMPTP, pay your fucking people, honestly. Bob Iger, pay your people. But Bob Iger's not worried about paying people because he's worried about what's coming next. Because, you know, he's been there for 3 years and he's trying to find out who's going to take over after him. Of course, Bob Chapek took over before, and that didn't work out too well, did it? $20 million severance. He moved on, and then Bob Iger came back. Well, now Bob Iger is saying he's been there for 3 years. Yeah, or I think it's 2 years. He had 3 years left on his contract, and he's saying he has a whole board put together right now to regularly discuss who will be taking over after him. They're called the Succession Committee. And they meet every week, and they're trying to find who the next CEO will be. And it's a very broad board coming together, and it's very pertinent to Disney to make this happen so they don't have another situation like Bob Chapek, which he had to come back for. So he's saying, I think the committee will really figure this out, and is a big part of what we're trying to make at Disney happen. So don't be worried about the future. We're talking and we're taking care of it. So they have to take care of it, because if they don't, there'll be a strike. And again, you know, take care of the people. And then again, he doesn't want to retire and come back again. He doesn't want to do that. But maybe he can hire Taylor Swift, because she's doing everything these days. Hire Taylor Swift. Make her the new Disney person. Why not? But Taylor Swift's back in the news again, because now the Eras Tour is coming to Disney Plus. That's right. Debuting on March 15th. You can watch the Eras Tour with 5 songs never seen theatrically, never seen anywhere else except Disney Plus. Now, they're not saying what songs are going to be. Only one song, kind of, well, there's the song Cardigan. I guess fans have loved that song so much, and so they're hoping to have that one on there.
Sweater?
Hopefully, it's about a very warm sweater, hopefully. I love to myself cardigan. Why not, you know? But Cardigan is happening. Beyond that, we don't know where 4 are going to be. They're not really saying Disney's keeping this kind of hush-hush. We'll have to wait. This is not seen on the digital edition. It's not seen on the theatrical edition, so it'll only be on Disney Plus. And also, Taylor Swift. Yeah, GR can't wait. GR cannot freaking wait. He's like, yes, sir. Give me more Tay-Tay all day. For me, please. Thank you so much. Moving on.
Tay-Tay.
Oh, that's it.
Tay-Tay all day. Also, though, she's also threatening to sue and take legal action against a college student who's been tracking her airplane. On top of that, too. And her private jet, he's been posting where it's going.
Still happening?
It's still happening. And now she's talking about suing this guy. And he has an aircraft tracking Mongol, Jack Sweeney, put this together. And he's like, Ben just saying, he said this, it's a way of transparency, he said. People know where she's going. And she's like,
for Taylor Swift?
Yeah, he said transparency for Taylor Swift. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean, you know? And Taylor Swift, you know, her people came forward and they said, while this may be a game to you or an avenue that you hope will earn you wealth or fame, it's a life or death matter for our client. Ms. Swift has dealt with stalkers and other individuals who wish her harm. And she had like, we talked about a couple weeks ago, that stalker outside her apartment. He kept coming back. He got arrested twice.
Yeah, dude, you don't need anyone telling you are a famous person, period, because there are people who are insane. Like, fucking look at how many people, like John fucking Lennon got killed by a fucking, like, you don't need that. Fuck that. It is life or death.
But she's trying to protect herself, Sabrina.
And she should be.
Yeah, she's trying to protect herself.
That's fucked up.
So, you know, this guy, he doesn't think it's a problem, but she does, and they're going against him.
Because he's an asshole.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Hire me. I'll take care of the son of a bitch.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get GR, the sniper, in there.
You heard it here first.
Friend of the show. Yeah,
That's
GR isn't Swifty, Racer X. You're right. Look, we just figured it out.
He swifts it up all day. Swift away. I don't know, swift away. But somebody else too that's also maybe swifting away from his career. Dilligaff. And this guy too, everybody.
Okay, Dad.
He might be swifting his career away, but he also might be a Dilligaff to GR. It's Jacob Elidori, because what happened now is we all talked about the sweat juice or the sweat cologne. We talked about that before from
the bath water.
The bath water. We talked about that before. So apparently he was just hanging out at a hotel. This was Saturday. It's last Saturday, February 3rd, and he was approached by Joshua Fox, a producer from the Kyle and Jackie show on Kiss FM. And he came forward to me, saw him in the lobby or something. He's like, hey, can I get some of that sweat juice? I want to get some of that sweat juice.
I think it's bathwater.
Bathwater sweat juice. We'll put some of that stuff all over my. No. I want to get some of that shit. Bring it home.
Yeah. Wait. Keep it going, Brian. Try to finish the sentence.
Well, he wanted to get it to bring on the show, pretty much. And what he said is that Jacob didn't like it and attacked him afterwards. Attacked him. He says he pushed him against the wall. He started to choke him and told him to stop talking about that. And then he said that he claimed that Jacob was told him. He was very threatening. And he was like shocked by this, and now he's suing him for assault because he was trying to get the bath salt water. But saltburn water. What do you want to call it?
It's Saltburn is the movie, and bathwater is what happened, Buster, buddy.
But he's okay. But he's trying to get that. So apparently he said he was assaulted afterwards.
Like
it's very unfortunate.
TMI.
It's very unfortunate.
Did you see the movie? It's spectacular.
There's a lot that goes down there. There is. So hopefully this works out well. But again, Variety actually interviewed the police, the South Wales police who are investigating this, and they said they're currently investigating the matter, and we'll have more details moving forward. So bit of an overreaction. You're right, Racer X. A bit of an overreaction. I don't know why you'd like strangle somebody after they talk about your salt bath water. I don't know. But anyways, it's a clone. It's a clone thing.
From someone who has not seen the movie.
Have fun with that. But also talking about assault, The Rock might lay a smackdown on somebody very soon because The Rock is coming back to wrestling everybody. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is like, can't stay away. It's only been like a decade since he was in the ring or something like that. But he's coming out of retirement. And of course, there's a lot happened with this. Now, Roman Reigns, they were saying that he was going to have a fight with. Then this whole Cody, it's his cousin. It's a whole thing about fighting his cousin. People have been wanting this for a long time. The Rock versus Reigns, cousin versus cousin. But now Cody Rhodes is there, and he won the Royal Rumble, and they're saying that he might be involved with this. I don't know. A lot of drama. But my big thing is The Rock is coming out of retirement. He signed that TKO deal. He's going to come back to wrestling. He's trying to be an ambassador to the WWE, and I think that overall it might be good for the company. But is it good for The Rock's career? I don't know. Like, honestly, it's been a long time, man. Just keep making movies. Maybe we should do another Jurassic World movie because that's happening. We talked about it before. Jurassic World is moving forward for a new whole rebooted franchise, but David Lynch was up to be the director, and he was supposed to do the whole thing, and then just fell apart. So it fell apart. He said it was amicable, and they said it was ultimately the studio had decided that Lynch had a different idea for where the movie was going to go and the franchise.
That's not true.
And so they didn't want to do it.
No, that's not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
When did that happen?
Just happened today. Just happened today. Because David Lynch was signed up for it. And I was going to say David Lynch was doing it, but then today it all fell apart. And so David Lynch will not be directing Jurassic World. It just came apart today. Sabrina does not like it, but that is breaking news, everybody. Breaking news.
I'm Googling that shit right now.
But something that I am excited about is Star Talk TV, everybody. Fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I fucking love him. Look at this guy. He's awesome. Leave Neil alone. Leave Neil alone. But Star Talk Star Talk TV is happening on Pluto TV, a 24-hour Star Talk radio channel. And then, of course, they're taking all their podcast stuff, their Nat Geo shit, and all the YouTube channel stuff, combining it to make one 24-hour channel with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Give me that lovely, deep baritone voice and telling you about space and time and how we can actually become something more than that pebble in space. I'm excited about it. Might be pretty awesome. Of course, Pluto TV has all these channels that they have 24 hours, so it makes sense to have so much content to make this happen. But you know what? It's a great thing happening, but not as great as this would happen. Like, see, I talked about this on Wednesday very briefly, but one of the crew members on Wonder Man passed away on just this week. He was working in the rafters, working on the catwalk, and he fell to his death, unfortunately, when they were prepping for Wonder Man. And now a lot of people have moved forward, and on a Indiegogo, they have given up $150,000 towards his family. It's amazing how people are giving back to his family after such a tragic death. And this thing, it's like you have no idea. Like, the sets are dangerous, and when you're up in those catwalks, it's so far up. They're hanging the lights, they're hanging the backdrops. They're like getting the set prepped for when they actually film. And anything can happen. And unfortunately, this guy been working for a long time, and he fell to his death. Juan Spike Osorio And
was he like a rigging person?
Yeah, the rigging person. Yeah.
Grip, electric.
Well, he was just rigging.
I'm checking that right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's just you don't hear about this happening that often because it is very high. It was at CBS Radford too. Ron and I worked there for years, and it's just tragic to hear this. You don't really see stuff like this go down at a place like that, but it does. Accidents do happen, and I'm really happy that people have come forward and given money to the family and taken care of them because honestly, it's just a sad thing. It's just really a sad thing. But everybody, a lot of breaking news. And I know Ron would know probably more about the rigging like this. It's dangerous up there, right, Ron? Go on that catwalk.
It's dangerous. You're supposed to be wearing a harness, and he might have been. It says there was some sort of a structural problem with this. I don't know what that exactly means, but it's 35 feet up in the air.
Oh man, that's too far up.
You walk on 2-foot planks.
Like, do you think a plank fell or something? If it's structural, it has to be and not with his equipment. It has to be with what he's walking on. No,
I'm wondering if a cable for the harnesses might have come loose or snapped out because the rafters themselves are all nailed. That's basically what holds the stage together. So there shouldn't be much up there to break free. Yeah,
but it's structural. That should be like more of equipment failure, don't you think?
Like if it was right, yeah.
Like whoever labels anything anyway, it doesn't mean that they know what they're talking about. But in my mind, like working on set, if you were saying structural, you know what I mean? It would seem to be like the platform you're walking on, or a band, maybe the handle rail fucking broke, and you know what I mean? I don't know, but still, you should tethered to the harness, so that's confusing.
The handrail, I'll tell you what.
Wearing his harness, then the cable must have snapped.
You didn't hear this from me, but a lot of people don't wear the harnesses because it can be rather cumbersome.
I would imagine.
Really?
And he's been doing it for a long time, apparently. So maybe you're right. Maybe Ron, he just felt comfortable. And he wasn't wearing the harness. They're not really saying much about it, too. I mean, honestly,
OSHA's gonna get fucked up right now.
And the family is getting this money, and Marvel has been giving them money too. And Marvel put a whole statement out too. This just happened this week. It's just sad. And Wonder Man's supposed to shoot next month, so that's how it goes. Like they start prepping it a month ahead of time. They figure it out, be everything hung and ready to go, right around a couple of weeks at least, right? And then they come and shoot.
They
probably got like a 4-week prep.
Oh, for sure, for something like that, absolutely.
Yeah. At least rigging that stage. I wonder what stage it was on. Can't find that.
Yeah.
Ty said it was right across the street from the neighborhood. So.
Oh, okay. Those are the newer ones. Those are
neighborhoods
big.
On 2, I think, or 2 or 3 or somewhere around there. I used to work that show a bit.
It's 2, but then it's also like 23, 24, and there's those.
But I think I think they shoot on 2, but then like that we use those for like table reads and shit that occasionally.
Got it.
But I feel like the shooting was mostly on 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the old
Bottom line is the man died because of something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's super sad. It's horrible. And honestly, it's like I'm happy that he has this outpour of like goodwill and love coming out from all these people and donating money and trying to give back to the family because it is something very tragic. And what do you do? All of a sudden just gone. So it's a big fall.
I know people that have made that fall and they've survived.
Really?
Really? With or without a harness?
Both.
Oh.
Wow.
Paralyzed though, probably, right? Or no?
Yeah,
honestly,
they're done, but they're alive.
They're alive.
You fall that far, it hurts. I can tell that from experience. Nothing to do with the acting, but it's
Wonder Man.
I fell out of a tree and fell 40 feet, and it hurt like a mother.
Oh,
you know what?
40 feet. Oof. Yeah.
It just depends on how you land and what you land on, and you know what I mean. Like it's people have skydived and their parachute didn't open and they lived. You know what I mean? Like that's insane.
Right.
You fell out of a fucking plane.
There was a guy a few years ago that was skydiving and fell and landed luckily on a new construction area where they just put the grass in, the sod, and he went down 7 feet into the ground.
Oh, geez.
And walked away with 4 broken bones.
Yeah, there was someone who like the parachute got like tangled up in a tree and they hit the floor really hard, but like they were totally fine, like no broken bones, anything. Someone who had jumped out of a plane. I'm like, I don't even know if you're free falling from that high. I skydive, like I've done it many times. There's no way on God's green earth that I feel if that parachute didn't open that there's any way any human could survive that. Like I don't understand. But like
that guy did, and he didn't
More
walk
than
away
one.
from it, but he was
But
lucky.
more than one person has. Like it just depends on how you hit what and at what. Like if there's anything break. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But there
I
has to
came
be.
down in a tree, and it,
Broke your fall a
on
little bit.
night jump, and I got screwed up, and I won't go into it here. But bottom line is, I lived, and I was lucky.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Tyrone is right. One thing that
Yeah,
does
I
happen,
put that up before. 100%.
there's no time. People don't spend any time to do something properly. So getting in your harness and stuff, don't have time for it. We got to go. And so these people just go out there because they don't want to be doing the wrong thing. They think they can handle it.
But also, like rigging, you shouldn't have that type of shit.
No, you shouldn't be
on
rushing.
It's not like you're shooting. You're like, we have to fucking roll. You should be able to
True.
take more time. But also, it's not regulated. You have basically anyone who's worked on set, you have a giant meeting where everyone's rolling their eyes and drinking coffee and eating donuts. And the OSHA person's like walking back and forth, explaining the same shit that they heard last year, and nobody gives a fuck about it. So
we
it's
have to get
kind of
certified.
also
We have to get certified every 2 years, though, for all of this.
right. Like, I mean, of course,
great.
but like certified means you watch a thing and you do a thing. And
They
you
do
know,
this.
it's like sexual harassment
Become a
training.
research.
I just skipped the
Right.
thing and I'm like, yeah, don't touch anyone's ass. Don't be an asshole. Perfect. Next. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it doesn't mean that you process it and that you think
Right.
that it, God, especially if you've been doing it for a shit ton of time. You're like, I got this.
They don't give a
There's-
shit. That's what it
Yeah,
comes
there's nobody
down
up there
to.
saying, okay, you're good, go ahead. You're good, go ahead.
Yeah,
No.
as long as you could pass that test online. Like it's like when you go to driving school after you get a speeding ticket, you're like, oh yeah, don't go over. Yeah, we got that. Okay, don't stop. But should I stop fully at a stop sign or pause? Well, obviously stop fully. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's very, very easy
Yeah.
to like
That's
go
true.
through the motions and get a pass. You know, I'm not saying
Zach,
that
I was a Navy
it's their
SEAL.
attempt.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's very tragic.
just
This is really
responded to
tragic, and it shouldn't have happened, and it happened. And I'm happy this outpour of love have come towards his family and from production. And at the end of the day, does it really make up for his loss of his life? No, but it is nice to see that people care about him.